I just need a little clarification first. Is he still technically Prince? He's the son of the king, but I always hear the title switched around. He's Duke, he's Prince, he's just Harry sometimes, he's a mononym. What do we call Harry and Meghan at this point?
Yeah, I call them, at least Harry, someone who should self-deport. Frankly, I don't know what his proper title is, nor do I, care at all. Formerly Prince Harry, I know he's been disavowed, but he shouldn't be the United States of America, and so that's what I'm calling him.
I love it. I love it. I want him out too. I don't like someone coming over here and pretending like they're too good to be here, acting like they're lording over us, using their royalty to literally lord over us, which is kind of the impression we get. But it's a little more than just social, like, oh, they're annoying, oh, they're idiotic, oh, they're moronic, oh, they're politically motivated to come over here and interfere with our politics, even though they essentially got exiled from their own country. It goes a little bit beyond that. So it looks like not only could they be hiding a lot of information about the visa that Harry used to travel, and I guess Meghan as well used to travel in the United States, but that could also lead to some taxpayer implications. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So we started down this venture after it became abundantly clear that Prince Harry had a significant disdain for the United States of America and was contributing to the rot in a lot of ways. And we centered in after he wrote his book, where he basically admitted to flagrant drug use at the time in which he was applying for status in the U.S., which leads to the obvious conclusion of one of two things. Either he lied about his drug use, which would have been a bar to him getting a special visa, or he admitted it and was given preferential treatment. And so in this sense, this long, multi-year legal battle we've been having is about that simple question, which, right now he refuses to answer. It's one of those two things, and the motions that are going back and forth, the confusion about the paperwork, whether it's an State Department file or a DHS file, all just point to just tell us how we got in here. Was it by lying or by special treatment?
So talk to me a little bit about the distinction here between a regular visa that I might get if I was going to go visit overseas, a Class A or a Type A visa that foreign diplomats, foreign leaders get, and then this very fancy, very extra over-the-top head of state visa that Harry might have received.
Right, and that's what is the most likely outcome is you got one of the special visas. There's very low degree of likelihood that he was sitting in a consular office, waiting in line and for years, like most legal immigrants who do it the right way do. And so, what particular type of visa he was, so blessed to have received, despite being an admitted drug user, would lean in the category of he got special treatment, and that's certainly what this looks like. I don't know why the United States of America should ever or would ever give special treatment for someone who has such flagrant disregard for the country. And so if that were the case, I would hope that the resolution would be to rectify the situation and send him back home. That's why I've been challenging Prince Harry. Do us a solid. You're wasting taxpayer resources keeping this fight going. Everyone knows one of two things happened here, whether you lied or you got the special benefits. Just leave. You don't like it here anyways. You're doing us no favors. You're just stirring the pot. It's bad for diplomatic relations. And it's also bad, for the UK. They're in a terrible, terrible decline. They're a shadow of the country that, they used to be. Maybe he should return home, redeem himself, and try to get his own home in order before he, keeps messing up ours over here.
Yeah, no, I think that would probably be a good idea, maybe patch things up with his family. That said, one of the conditions of these visas that I understand is that if he was here under that special consideration, he would have been supposed to at least be doing stuff for his family or the state, right? The reason those visas are usually given is for people who are coming over, not just to flee their family because they've been exiled, but because they're doing work on behalf of the state that they're representing, right?
Correct. I mean, there are conditions attached to these things, and obviously fulfilling the purposes of the reason the visa was granted in the first place. So if it is of that particular type, the change in his relationship with the royal family would certainly have bearing. But I mean, at this point, we're how many hearings and motions and paperwork flying back and forth, and it's just a simple question. Tell us what visa he has. Tell us if he lied on his paperwork or if he told the truth and got special treatment. Any which way you carve this, it should end up with him going home.
So your organization, you guys have been pursuing this information from the courts, from the immigration system, I suppose. Talk to me a little bit about that process, because it seems like there's been significant pushback, significant roadblocks.
There has. So we started this process years ago, and it was a simple litigation under the Freedom of Information Act, where we narrowed it down. There's obviously immense, public interest in this topic. Need not take my word for it. Meghan Markle is all over Netflix. Prince Harry and co. clearly are in the public domain. This is about an issue that they introduced into the public by Prince Harry writing a book about it. So they're defending on privacy grounds. We can't tell you anything about what he told the government about his drug use, while at the same time he's selling copies of his books, which are about his drug use. And so the executive branch and the government has wrapped itself in a pickle around that issue. And obviously the Biden administration through a lot of sources at protecting their political ally. And so the Trump administration has inherited this absolute mess of a case, and they're kind of dealing with the position that the Biden administration put them in, not only for this case, but for an immigration system, quote unquote, that is completely overwhelmed, purposely abused for an invasion of this country, both, in physically crossing the border, and then also in dealing with ungrateful former royals.